On Tuesday, the Saskatchewan government announced they will be ending their proof of vaccination requirement. For a look at what locals can expect come Monday, here's Jasmine King.
The provincial rules to provide proof of vaccination or a negative test will no longer be required in Saskatchewan as of midnight Sunday, meaning February 14th will be the first day without the requirements.
The benefits of the proof of vaccination policy no longer outweigh the costs. This policy most certainly has run its course. So it's time for us to take a step back in living with COVID and to make every effort to get our lives back to normal.
Indoor masking across the province will remain in effect until the end of the month, and boosters are now available to all Saskatchewan residents aged 12 and older. The decision by the Saskatchewan government has been met with mixed reviews, and Saskatchewan's top doctor says residents will have to learn to live with COVID.
Living with COVID means that COVID will be like so many other diseases that we may on occasion get. We stay home if we have a cough or cold or flu. If we have, rarely sometimes, if we have pertussis or measles, there's specific isolation criteria for that, which public health advises, so similar provisions.
Although proof of vaccination will no longer be required in Saskatchewan businesses, workplaces, and other public venues, it will be needed for federally regulated services. Therefore, proof of vaccination records and QR codes will still be available. Shahab still recommends residents get their booster doses.
A booster dose decreases significantly your risk of hospitalization in every age group, but especially if you're older or have risk factors. So that's why, getting your booster dose at every age, 12 and older, but especially if you have even mild underlying risk factors or if you're older, I think will remain critical.
More information on current health measures can be found on the government's website. Jasmine King, Primetime Local News.
One of Lloydminster's supportive living facilities was the recipient of a sizable donation today, coming via the Royal Canadian Legion.
It just makes a world of difference for any of our residents that have a little bit of mobility issues.
Pioneer Lodge accepted a contribution of $11,000 from the local Canadian Legion, which will enable the facility to renovate some of their bathrooms.
Some of the rooms don't have walk-in showers. They have the old bathtubs that people have to step out of, and it's not convenient. And the toilets are low, which makes them hard to get up out of.
The money comes via the Legion's gaming funds and is the second donation over the course of the last year. Talks for further funding from the provincial and federal governments are also underway, which would create the opportunity for even further development.
That's where we would actually level our 1960 wing, the original wing of Pioneer, and then build a building that would be a stories high.
Both the provincial and federal governments have yet to provide any official wording on the funding. Bell says she's hopeful for progress in the coming months. The city awarded contracts this week for upgrades to Lloydminster's water treatment plant. The plant requires upgrades to 2 chemical feeder systems. A vendor was selected for the hydrated lime system at a cost of over $300,000. The activated carbon system vendor was meanwhile awarded a $200,000 contract.
We chose 2 successful tenders that will supply technology, the equipment that actually meters and measures and ensures that the appropriate amount of lime or activated carbon are added to our system to ensure the quality of water that we have.
Existing equipment at the water treatment plant has a lifespan of 25 years, though the city has managed to expand that limit to 38 years.
I put a lot of kudos out to the operations team at the water treatment plant that they were able to make things work and may not have been able to find the spare parts. So, they've give 38 years out of capital equipment. That's an excellent reward back, and again, without any issues.
The city's goal is to start installation in early November. Some seniors in the community were treated to an afternoon of education today. For more on all their learnings, here's Nicole Gruber.
FCSS and the Lloydminster Learning Council have teamed up to host today's Seniors Information Fair. 15 companies and organizations were at the Legacy Center with information on safety, health, and more topics.
Because Lloydminster has so many great supports and resources for seniors, and because of COVID in the past 2 years, people may have moved here and are not totally aware of everything that's available to them.
The event was drop-in with door prizes offered to those who came.
Well, we're at almost 100 people, and we're 1 hour in, so I think it's a success. I think it's a good response.
I think people are happy to be able to get out and socialize, learn some information, and just, get out of the house.
Along with learning about community support, seniors enjoyed refreshments and live music from local country singer Kenny Mack.
As we can see, about 100 seniors came out to take advantage of all the booths here in the Seniors Fair today, and the Lloydminster Learning Council hopes to do more of these in the future. For Primetime Local News, I'm Nicole Gruber.
Now, for your first look at weather tonight, let's check in with Jasmine King.
Thank you, Tate. Yes, taking a look right now at our current temperatures here in the border city, we are sitting at minus 14 degrees, but with that wind, we did definitely feel a lot colder. As you can see, it is sitting at minus 24, so I think I'm not the only one who didn't expect it to be this cold today, but it's what we got. So, and now looking around the region, we can see that those temperatures are pretty similar throughout. Minus 10 in Marwayne, minus 12 in St. Paul and Vermilion, minus 10 as well in Vegreville and Wainwright. Provost is at minus 7, and then Bonnyville is at minus 11, and Macklin is also down there at minus 11 degrees. So we can see those teen temperatures in the minuses there on the Saskatchewan side, minus 12 in St. Walburg, minus 14 in Meadow Lake and Maidstone, and then minus 15 in North Battleford. But as we can see, looking in more in depth into North Battleford, minus 15 overnight tonight, so it won't be getting too much colder, but still a chillier night. And then tomorrow they will be warming up with a high of minus 11 degrees, so a bit warmer than what they're seeing today. But as we look into more temperatures overnight tonight at places around the region, we can see it is getting colder throughout a lot of spots. Cold Lake will also be at minus 15 degrees, and Bonnie will be getting down to minus 14. Wainwright will be down at minus 11, so they're going to have that overnight temperature that we can see as the high tomorrow here in the border city as well as in North Battleford. And then Cold Lake, Bonnie, and Bonnyville will both be at minus 8 tomorrow, and Wainwright will be at minus 5. So one of the warmer temperatures on this map. But as we look into your 3-day forecast for a more in-depth look into Lloydminster, Sunday will be warming up to 2 degrees, so nice positive in the mix of minus 8s we have there, and then that sun will be shining out a little bit, and no chance of snow or any precipitation there on Sunday. And then Monday is when we will see more precipitation with that 70% chance that we will be seeing some snow with a high of minus 8 degrees. But that's a first look at your 3-day forecast, and Tate Laycraft will have more news after the break.
Welcome back. Agrivisions took place at the Lloyd X this week, and with a recap on everything agriculture, here's Thomas Wildman.
Agrivisions 2022 was a huge success, as many stalls and booths promoting and selling all parts of the agricultural sector were present for this ag networking event. This event was not only great for attendees, but also for the corporations present.
It's been great actually seeing everybody smile, socializing, being able to talk to people face to face. I think a lot of people are getting sick of seeing people on the computer talking to them that way, or not being able to just reach out to people. And it's nice just to sit down and talk about life and everything. So it's been a great event. Seeing everybody smiling and enjoying and shaking hands has been great.
Agrivisions was the last event that the Lloydminster Agriculture Exhibition hosted before the COVID shutdown back in 2020, and President Ron Weaver hopes it's the last one with any restrictions.
It's been a long 2 years. We've learned a lot about how to adapt and how to work with the restrictions and what we can and can't do, and it means a lot, I think, to our exhibitors and to the participants to be able to get out and actually have one-on-one conversations and meet people face to face. We had a tremendous turnout last night for our banquet, and I think it was a wonderful opportunity for people to come out and experience something that they haven't maybe done as much as they would have liked over the last 2 years.
Thomas Wildman, Primetime, local news.
Now, we'll quickly check in on some agriculture prices. Border City Connects is looking to the community for support with eyes on a new chairlift assist van.
Lloydminster always steps up to the plate to help out no matter what the cause is. Lloydminster never lets us down. And so the other thing about Lloyd is we're a big hockey community, a really big hockey community, right from the youth all the way up to us old guys.
From 7:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. on April 29th, the Centennial Civic Center will host 44 hockey players. With the help of grants, Border City Connects is hoping to raise $115,000. Buckingham says people can help out in more ways than one.
First of all, players. Of course, we need to get to that 44-player level. We've got our 4 goalies already signed up right away, but I need players. We don't have the 40 players yet. And then there's the sponsorship opportunities. There's a title sponsor where we're going to advertise this and go all over the place, and your company could be on the title sponsor.
Fans can come down to the rink and support in person or watch at home via live stream. Donations will also be taken, and you guessed it, both in person and online. Now we will take a look at some of your pet pad picture submissions, and you can be sure to stay tuned for the end of our next hour, where we will be announcing the winner of the ever so prestigious Pet Pad gift card.
We want to see your pets. Send photos of your pet and their name to our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram to have them featured on Pet of the Day. Your name will be entered into a weekly draw for a gift certificate from the Pet Pad.
It's time again for the weekly entertainment panel, and Shelby is away today, so I'm filling in for her. But don't worry, we have a familiar face here. Abby St. John joins me. Abby, thanks for taking some time today.
Of course, no worries.
So it's an exciting one for me to hop on for the entertainment panel because we're talking Oscar nominations. They came out this week. There were some big names that got nominations, but there were some that maybe got some snubs. Can you kind of take us through your thoughts on the Oscar nominations?
Yeah, there was a few things that kind of stood out for me personally. I know a lot of people are talking about different snubs and different, surprises, but there's just some things that stood out for me. Dune was, fast-tracked to be nominated for a bunch of awards. Everyone knew that. It was nominated for 10, none of them for acting, but they did get Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Original Score, Costume Design, Sound, Film Editing, Makeup and Hairstyling, Cinematography, Production Design, and Visual Effects. Now, what I thought was going to get nominated, I thought Denis Villeneuve was going to be nominated for Best Director, but he wasn't. That, to me, I thought he was going to, just because of how beautifully Dune was shot and how much accolades it's gotten. It already has 10 nominations. I really thought that he was going to get nominated for Best Director, but however, he was not. But he was, the film did rack up a ton of nominations nonetheless, so that they're definitely going to come away with at least one. The Power of the Dog is set to be favorite for Best Picture winner. It's starring Benedict Cumberbatch, who's nominated for Best Actor in the role. If this film wins, it's the 7th nomination for Best Picture that Netflix has received. It also received this year for Don't Look Up. If this movie does win Best Picture, it will be Netflix's first win in this category, so that's pretty exciting for Netflix as well. Benedict Cumberbatch, like I said, is nominated for Best Actor. He was nominated for Best Actor back in 2014 for The Imitation Game, but lost to Eddie Redmayne. So he's up for that that nom again. But he also has some stiff competition in that category. Denzel Washington, Javier Bardem, Andrew Garfield, they're also nominated. Will Smith is also nominated for Best Actor. This is his third nomination, and he's being nominated for King Richard, which is also nominated for Best Picture. He was nominated back in 2002 for Ali, and then also again in 2007 for The Pursuit of Happiness. So he's well known in this category, but there is a lot of competition with Denzel Washington also being there. He is an Oscar winner for this category, so he's been here before. So it's going to be interesting to see who takes home that award. Kristen Stewart received her very first nomination for the Oscars ever. She's never been nominated for any category, so this is her first nom. She's been nominated for her portrayal as Princess Diana in Spencer. But again, just like Best Actor, she is up against some really great actresses. Jessica Chastain, Olivia Colman, Nicole Kidman, and Penelope Cruz are also up for that category as well. So there's gonna be some competition throughout. Best Animated Feature, Encanto for Disney has been nominated. That film was fantastic. I loved it. I will recommend that movie to anybody. I thought it was cute. It was fun. The music was fantastic. The visual effects was fantastic. Everything about that film was just amazing. So I really hope that one wins Best Animated Film. Marvel received a couple nominations as well. Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings, and Spider-Man No Way Home, both nominated for Best Visual Effects. And The Eternals was not nominated. A lot of people has stated that they thought that they were going to get nominated, especially for Best Visual Effects. You know, watching The Eternals, there was a lot of visual effects, and it was stunning, just the way it looked and how it felt throughout the film. Whether or not this is a particular favorite among people, you have to admit that it was visually very stunning. But yeah. Shang-Chi and Spider-Man No Way Home also both deserve this nomination. They were both visually stunning as well in their own rights, especially Shang-Chi. I honestly kind of hope that Shang-Chi takes it. Despite me being a super Spider-Man fan, I hope Shang-Chi takes this home because I just thought it was beautifully done, and the visual effects that they used was just spectacular. So those are kind of just what I took away from the nominations this year. I'm always very excited for the Oscars, so I'm hoping that it's going to be a good one this year, and I hope there's some surprises, surprise wins, maybe some steals that we weren't really expecting, so I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, it definitely seems like we have a nice different variety of nominees this year, and it's going to be tough to see who wins, and it's going to be exciting to see if any of those dark horse kind of nominations come through and take it home. So the 94th Academy Awards are going to be taking place on March 27th. They're going to be airing on ABC and CTV here in Canada, so make sure you tune in for that. And Abby, thanks again for taking some time to break down these nominations.
Of course.
Tomorrow night, there's going to be a big party in Lashburn. Gord Bamford is coming to town with his Kick COVID in the Butt tour. His latest single is Heaven on Dirt and Drink Along song. You know he's going to play both of those songs. Plus, he's got so much great country music. You are in for a fantastic show when you head out to this show coming up tomorrow night in Lashburn. And also, it's in support of the Kinnett Club of Lashburn and the Kin Club of Maidstone as well. So giving back to a couple of fantastic organizations. There's going to be Gord Bamford, then a DJ afterwards to keep the fun going. If you want to get your tickets, they are still available. Go online, gordbamford.com. The Church of Rock and Roll is open to all. That's what Clayton Bellamy says. And Clayton Bellamy and the congregation going to be at the Vic Juba Community Theatre coming up tomorrow night. And Clayton Bellamy, he's a CCMA Award winner, a Juno Award winner with the Roadhammers. And his new band, The Congregation, they continue to have great rock hits. You can still get a ticket for this show at vicjubatheatre.ca. Peace, love, rock and roll. It's at the Vic Juba Community Theatre coming up tomorrow night. Get your skates sharpened and join the Lloydminster Youth Council on Sunday as they hope you can join them for a Valentine's skate. Head for the Oval outside the Service Sports Center between 2 and 5 on Sunday. There's going to be snacks, prizes, music, and so much more. So hopefully you can head out and have a fun day with your family skating on Sunday. Well, whatever you choose to do this weekend, we hope you stay safe and stay healthy.
What's Happening is brought to you by Northern Factory Workwear, Circle Drive East, Saskatoon, and Highway 17 South, Lloydminster.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery and Furniture House, downtown Lloydminster.
Welcome back, everybody, to this edition of Pet Project. We're joined once again with Becca Lawrence from the Lloydminster and Community SPCA. Becca, how is everything going over there this week?
Oh, pretty good. It's busy with animals like always, but it's going really good.
Yep, tale as old as time. You know, every week it seems to be that way. But let's just get started here. So we're showcasing a dog this week. We got Wags the dog, and so you were showing me him a little bit off camera, so I'll let you just take it away, let you introduce him.
Yeah, of course I gave him a nice little chew toy, so he's hiding out back there now. But yeah, Wags, we think he's about 6-7 months old, and he actually kind of came in. He was tied to a fence here in Lloyd, and by law went and picked him up and brought him here, and he was never reclaimed. So unfortunately, that's his history that we know of anyway. And then but other than that, he is a happy lab, typical lab, lots of energy, ready to just take on the world with whatever is handed to him. He's neutered, so he's ready to go. He hasn't had any applications come in yet for him on our website, so we're hoping that showcasing him, if he'll come up front here and show off his cute little face here eventually, then we can show him off. But yeah, he's just, if you have experience with labs and you're thinking of another one, Wags would be a good choice.
Absolutely, and I know I've had a lab or two growing up. You know, they're a very popular farm dog, and they're a wonderful breed. They obviously are high energy. Oh, hello, Wags. Nice of you to take time to come and say hi. Yeah, they're obviously high energy, but if you have, say, like an acreage or a farm where they have lots of room to run around and stretch their legs, or, you know, if you're the type of person who's looking for an exercise buddy to go out running, you know, an hour every morning, you know, that certainly is another option. But yeah, labs, they're just wonderful dogs. Look at this sweetie coming to say hi.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So we were mentioning as well, Becca, that you guys are obviously, you're always full of cats. It seems to be, we say it every single week, but you guys have lots of cats, lots of kittens right now, and you guys are specifically starting to run low on wet cat food, which is something that's in high demand at the SPCA right now. So again, just give us a rundown on kind of exactly what you're looking for and, you know, I guess how we got here.
Yeah. Yeah, so again, like I'm sure I've said before, you know, we've just got a ton of kittens in right now still, which is very uncommon for this time of year. So we just make sure they have wet food, just with an extra calorie intake for them, so they grow up all big and strong. But yeah, so I mean, we just tend to go through it quite quickly. We got a few mama cats here with babies, so they are eating more than normal. And yeah, so it's one of those things, you know, we do, and every time we do a call out, we get a lot of people bringing in food, so we're very thankful. And yeah, these kitties are just hungry all the time, funnily enough. But but yeah, so we just have a lot of babies right now, which, like, again, like I said, it's just a little bit uncommon for this time of year. But yeah, like I said, we just are making sure they're having all the proper nutrients, and we're just flying through it.
There you go. So, you know, obviously, if you're at the pet store, you know, and you see some wet food, you know, maybe pick up a little extra for the SPCA. And real quick before we go here, Becca, not a whole lot of details yet, but you guys are thinking about doing a Valentine's event. You're just trying to confirm some things, and so I know you don't have a ton of details for us, but is there anything you can mention just so that people can kind of keep an eye out for next week?
Yeah. Absolutely. So we're hoping to have an event with Fourth Meridian again. And but instead of our cat brewery like we normally do, it'll be puppies this time. So, you know, we just have to make sure that they stay, you know, happy and healthy and good poops, all that good stuff. and just to make sure that they're ready to go. And so what we plan to have adoption applications on site. So if you do come and you decide that your new best friend is there waiting for you, then you can fill out an application, and we take those back and go through them, and we give you a call. So I mean, we're hoping it'll probably be around Valentine's Day, I would imagine, just for a Valentine's event. But we do hope to have a little baby puppy event next week.
Perfect. So obviously keep your eyes peeled. The SPCA is great to follow on Instagram or Facebook. I know because I do, and I get to see cute animal pictures all the time. It's wonderful. So if you guys, stay posted, keep an eye on those social medias. You'll get all the details as they come. And I'm looking forward to the event, Becca. If you guys have puppies and beer, sign me up. I'm in. So
Absolutely.
That is unfortunately all the time we have this week, but we'll speak with you again next week. And yes, take care. Thank you so much, Becca.
Thank you so much. See you next week.
Pet Project is sponsored by the Pet Pad. For total pet care, think Pet Pad.
To steal Blake's line, that is all the time we have for this first hour of news. We will have some more stuff coming up next, though, and at the end of that hour, you can get ready for the announcement of our winner of the Pet Pad gift card. Sorry to butcher the ending here, but thanks for tuning in.